we just got sent to Iraq.
Yeah.
Before we went there, we went under some intense training. Like, yo, you gotta get your mind right. Kill or be killed. I gotta come home. Everybody here gotta come home. You ain't too much worry about them. If, you have to eliminate the threat, all of that type of stuff, you gotta come home. Right? Yeah. So no, that's the same head we held over
when you came back.
Yeah, we were holding our head for a year in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Right.
Now when we come back, it don't embedded in us.
Yeah, you can't erase like that.
So we got into the club, right? And we just, we happy to be home. We having a good time holding our corner. And the knucklehead, them not home, that, them man just being themselves, come bump into, we step on our shoe, them type, just being disrespectful.
Yeah.
And instinctively, we going back to the same thing we were trained to do.
Right.
Where it's like, eliminate this threat. And it's like, you ain't in a war zone no more.
Right.
So it's like, you have to like compose yourself to a place where you're like, yo, I can't pop his head off right now where I had grounds to do that.
Right.
Where I felt threatened when I was overseas. You know what I mean? I can't do that.
Right.
And then so it's like, so what the fuck do I do?
Welcome to another episode of the Caribbean Currency Podcast, where Caribbean culture meets financial literacy. As always, it's me, your host, Redman, my co-host, Kyle, and Sony, and the ones and twos. You're going to see on the episodes right now. Season 2, though, we're going to make sure that we get on the episodes, okay? Normally, on the podcast, we have guests, and sometimes we have ourselves. We are also personalities within ourselves. So today, we're going to have an intimate discussion with our co-host, Kyle, co-founder. So,
I like the word intimate, You should have paused after that.
Bro.
You should have hit that.
No,
pause.
It's intimate. It's me and you sitting close. You want to hold my hand?
It's
hold my hand.
All of us.
Hold my hand. Act like you never hold my hand before. We had to cross the street holding hands in elementary.
Put my hand in my pocket.
Well, put your hand in your fucking pocket then. Shit.
We're going to pause after the intimate, okay?
No, we're not pausing. It's an intimate conversation. We're going to get to know Kyle and all the stuff he's accomplished in his life and how we got to this point. He's a really instrumental person in the community as we speak. He's making a lot of changes and bringing a lot of information to the people so they could be financially literate. Financially literate.
There you go.
Whew. Charlotte Amali, I apologize. Okay? But I'm supposed to know how to do that. So yeah, man. Kyle.
Yes, I.
Seychus. Is it Seychus or is it Sexus? No, is it Seychus or Sexus for the spelling? It's Sexius.
Backstory. I think we did this on the last podcast.
Did we?
We probably did, guy. He don't do this every time he got a comment.
Man.
My last name is Sexus.
I get you saved in my phone as Sexy, by the way. You remember that nickname?
No, I don't remember that. My last name is Sexus. Kyle Sexus, okay?
Okay.
I ain't even going to go into all of that extra shit.
No.
That's a story for another day. But, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate being here.
Right.
This platform is important.
Very important.
Because we could have conversations that we don't have all the time in private, but the world need to hear it. Because there's a lot of stuff that
definitely,
you know what I mean, these money, the community ain't exposed to, So It's our business to just make noise about certain subjects. And I feel like financial literacy is one of them subjects we got screened.
I can't say that I know that you are going to be at this point, but I know when we were younger, in our early 20s, a lot of us were kind of doing a bunch of stuff in the street. And you were always that person that were like, being an entrepreneur from the jump, whether you were selling the shades or open. I remember you were like open up a store and see you like, I move in St. Croix, I open up a store, I sell it with my clothes. You don't get no clothes in St. Croix, So I gonna open up a store in St. Croix.
That was the thought process?
Well, that man ain't buy no clothes from him.
That's not true. St. Croix support the vibe. But guess what happened? You know what happened? And this is why timing is everything. As I opened in December of 2011, right before Carnival season already, I was selling out like crazy. I was like baby boy when he was selling them clothes out the trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was selling all like crazy. Listen, all the sweet thing them used to come to my store. Okay, what you get new today? You know, and they do my thing. January of 2012, Hovensa announced that they closing down shop.
Oh man. And that was the lifeblood of the island.
That
people were rich then.
Yeah, that plant was responsible for like
everybody had a Honda Civic
territory. Between them and the subcontractors and everybody else. And even if a girl that used to shop from me didn't get laid off, her father got laid off. And we her father were paying the bills. No, instead of buying a dress, she gotta go pay the light bill.
Right.
So that impacted me tremendously.
Right.
You know, so I ended up having to close up
so
shop.
So you just come back rock?
I went overseas. I can't have that type of bread for me at a point in time. So I had to figure out a way to make this bread.
Right. But not only that you did the store, and of course the culture shades is and still is a hit.
Yeah, definitely.
And if it's not a hit, it's because you just kind of shift your focus.
Yeah,
but
and you know what's crazy? The demand is there, ridiculous. You know what it's like, bro? I launched culture in 2014. You know that.
Yeah.
To this day, when I go to carnival and stuff and I walk around, I still see people in them shades that was made 2014 still walking around the place. That goes to show the quality of them shades. It was just a struggle getting them from overseas with a supplier, and then COVID, that was just crazy. So
I remember I went to Mexico with them shades, and on my way back I get to a Mexican.
I was just going to say, like...
Tyler give me so much shit, I don't get away.
The man say, yo, again on this trip, man, I need some shades.
You know me wearing nothing else but your shades. You know, man.
Line me up. You still get yours?
The best part was the case they came in, because now my kids don't use them.
Yeah.
As like there to put like their little lip gloss. Like their sunglasses or whatever. But yeah, man.
I was feeling really charitable when I was leaving Mexico. I had such a good time. I used to have a bunch of...
with ribbons on. How you leave with culture shades and I come back with ribbons? I said, my boy, what the shades? I had give them away. What the fuck you give them away to? Like, how I gonna give them to you and you give them to somebody else?
You gotta help the needy. You know what I mean? And I get US dollars and they get pesos. You know what I mean? So not only them type of things, then you also, you know what I mean, I had a stint in promotion, you know what I mean? The comedy show. Yeah. I think, what was the other big show you guys do?
We do the biggest thing I ever did in St. Thomas was, the Music Fest.
The Music Fest.
Bring on Future.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get to see that, but I heard about it. I read about it. Like that
it could have been better attended, but that's a story for another day. But the brand did really good. We do what we was.
The fact that you could do that, man, and then thinking back about like where you come from, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like you come from some rich family.
We come from the same place.
We come from the same place. You know what I mean? These projects, you know, but you always find a way. When we were creating opportunities, where typically when you find a projects, you create opportunities. That was the beauty about us growing up, right? Is like we were all together, but we didn't influence each other. Like you had to do what I were doing, you know what I mean? But we support each other, like in the whatever part we were going on, you know what I mean? Like this man might have a gun, but Kyle don't need a gun, and we don't give a shit if he have a gun. But
we won't point no pressure.
We won't point no pressure on him to have a gun or to do that. He is like, this is what he doing, you know what I mean? So he went down that road where, funny thing is, one of the funny stories that I remember. So after I think I graduated first. I finished high school first, and I went to Job Corps, and I ended up joining the military, Sony, right? And I went through boot camp, and then I went to AIT in
Fort Lee,
Virginia. And I shit you not, this shit is the farthest thing from my mind. Cause when I was going to boot camp, it was nobody in my unit from the Virgin Islands. Couple Jamaicans, right? Bro, I swear to God, I was in line going to the DFAC, and another unit was marching, and I see Kyle, and I was like, Kyle! Bro, if I didn't end up in the front lane and rest position so fast, was screaming out Kyle name, because I was so shocked. I was like, wait, what? Because back then, I didn't have any cell phone, and you couldn't really communicate like that. So it wasn't like knowing, oh, I joined in the military too. You know what I mean? It wasn't, we didn't know. So to see him pop up, like I just in the line, and I looking at this new unit coming, and I could see my fucking cousin with these big fucking military glasses on, a brung, and I'm like, that fuck is Kyle.
And then when you marching, you can't look left, look right. You can't. So I just hearing somebody screaming my name.
Yo, oh my God.
I can't even look around. So then what's crazy is, right, I heard that, but then I had another partner.
Perry.
My partner, Perry, shout out Perry. Perry was there with him.
Yeah, Perry, I see Perry.
So when I called, and then I didn't know he was there. So when I got to Fort Lee, Perry, I link up with Perry. So Perry was like, yeah, hey, stay here coming back, man. You got girl I want you meet. Like, okay. So Perry Perry went to here and tell him, hey, you got partner down here, he get weed in him. So he come to my room, right? Walking in like, hey, what the weed is, man? And he see me, I see here like,
yo, bro.
What the fuck? What you doing here?
That was the best reunion ever. I swear. And then after all of that, right, he gonna ask me, so what the weed is, Kylie? Yeah. It's a fucking weed, man. You know what I'm saying? For me, I was like, fuck this military shit, you know. They said, they're going to give you a $16,000 bonus if you join. I was like, what? $16,000? I could go do some push-up on some shit.
One person you ain't going to see in Uncle Sam Army.
Me.
Money, and I was so shocked.
Right.
Like, bro, how you make it this far?
Right. You know, never, I wasn't.
Not even the fact of him trying. How the fuck you get this far? Like, bro, how?
Yo, the crazy thing is, right, I scored so high on the ASVAB, right? I really could have joined the Air Force, you know, but the Air Force weren't giving us no bonus. Cause 9/11 had just happened, and the Army were giving you the biggest bonus. So the recruiter was like, yo, so what you want to do? I was like, how much, what the bonus they were looking like? And they were like, well, the highest one right now is petroleum supply specialist. 16,000. I was like, oh yeah, let me get that one. I don't know what the fuck that is, but like whatever that is, sign me up right now. You know what made me lose interest in the military? When I get to my duty station, they only give me half the money. I was like, wait a minute. So this dude tell me that when I reach my duty station, you gonna give me $16,000. You only give me 8. Oh no, I doing what I want. I doing everything wrong in the military.
Yeah, I had expect that energy early.
I doing everything wrong. Like me care. Like I'm not in this military shit at all. Like they chip me. So I know you join the military, all the stuff them you do, and you persevere too. Because it was you, mommy, the two kids, right? And you have to man up real quick.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When we ain't had it easy, you know, single parent household. I really single because my grandmother was there.
Yeah. All of us were there, but it was a single parent. Yeah. But you know what I mean? We had a village around us. Like all of that, they were cool. But like, what motivates you? Because I feel like when I look at our lives in contrast, we had the same family. Mm-hmm. We had the same upbringing. We had the same resources. Yeah. But something had to motivate you to go down the road. I know what motivated me to go down the road. Right or wrong, I know what motivated me. Yeah. What motivated you to say, because your journey so like dope. Like it's crazy. Like first of all, Shaggy racing horse, he get a food van. It's so much different shit that you could have do.
Crazy. You know why I was saying my father, he wasn't really present as much as he could have been, and I don't fault him for it because 21-year-old Rasta man with a child.
I'm still my boy.
Trying to figure it out, man.
Still funny
as I get older, I will, ease up on him a lot. Guys like, yo, he was trying to figure it out. He do the best he do, knowing what he knew.
Right.
You know what I mean? But he always had that hustle.
Right.
My father didn't work no job, but he always selling food.
Bro, he had a hustle.
The horse track them all in the morning.
Right.
You check? We up from 5 o'clock making cornmeal and oats and buying TT bread and thing to go sell. And he's hustling on the side, driving dump truck, backhoe, all and them type of vibe. My mom was more traditional, where it's like we go to work every day, she ain't gonna miss a day.
Right.
And she gonna do her 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Whatever outside of that 9 to 5, we can't afford it, we can't get.
Right.
Check? That's what she knew.
Right.
So in a space, I went in a space where my mother couldn't afford to give to me, and my father was too busy doing whatever it is he was doing. So how I gonna get?
Right.
I gotta go create some type of income to get this thing. And the thing at the time was shoes.
Cool, yeah.
Hey, we try and be fly.
Right.
We grew up watching all I had them being fly.
Facts.
And getting all the girl and be caught it fly.
Facts.
So shit. I got follow suit.
Right.
I didn't like jail.
Right.
I was too scared to go jail.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Probably ain't gonna sell no weed.
Right.
Probably ain't gonna rob nobody.
Right.
I was skinny bad, so like, who the fuck I gonna rob?
Right.
You know? So I said,
one gonna be an NBA player.
Yeah.
Even though your nickname was Spotty Pippin.
I had to give up on that dream.
Yeah. He was Spotty Pippin. That was his nickname when we were playing ball. Pass it to Spotty.
Backstory on that.
He had a chicken pox
really bad. I got chicken pox really bad when I was a young man. And you know you gotta be quarantined when you get chicken pox, and then you get let out after like 2-3 weeks. So they see me for 2-3 weeks, and I come outside and they is full of spots, my son. Like,
yo, listen, one thing in the projects, bro, like everybody gonna get torn. Yeah. Okay, everybody gonna get torn to get teased, and your back gotta be strong, and your skin gotta be tough.
When people clung in me, I'd be like,
see, that shit don't mean nothing to me, man. Ain't nothing you could tell me right now that my friends ain't never tell me. My loved ones ain't never tell me everything. You can't make nothing up. I don't care. So like, okay, boom, you know what I mean?
So back to like what drove me was the fact that I didn't have it, and I wanted it, and I didn't want to do. I don't want to say brave, but I wasn't in that mind space to like rob people or steal or, you know what I mean? I was scared of the consequences from that shit.
Yeah, you were brave. You just you were making different decisions on us.
Exactly.
You were like, nah.
That's when
let me know when I come back.
Yeah, exactly. Get my little summer job, them on the side. I used to go, the rites of passage were Pueblo. Back.
Yeah.
You had to go Pueblo and back. You check, go over there, make my little money, and then just do what it is I could have done. As far, you know, buy my little clothes or whatever the case, maybe help my mother out a little bit. You know, she was grateful for the help, cause I pay $100 because she ain't gonna buy. But it's either I gonna wear these feelers that my mother buy me.
And you always fly too, because every time we should go movies, Kyle is the last person to come out of the house. Right. I swear to God, like everybody ready and sweating at night, waiting for Kyle to come downstairs. And the nigga didn't even have on anything special.
Yeah, it was special.
We were just like why we just wait 2 hours for you? Like, why?
You used to clap when I called downstairs.
Yeah, why we used a round of applause? Like, finally this nigga like making downstairs. And our best friend, I live like next door to him too. You know, he done downstairs. So like, why you in downstairs? Our other best friend, I live in the other building across. So it's like, bro, come on, man. We still gotta walk to the movies, bro. You know, we outside for 2 hours.
I had to
you
teach
fresh.
them about making a grand entrance. They used to want to like open up the event. Them like, the girl ain't in there yet, guys. You gotta wait till they get there, and then we gonna pull up. That's why I was getting lost in the sauce.
Nah, why he fashionably late in Kyle Mo. Trust me. Don't say 2:30. That shit is 4:30.
Welcome.
Yeah, man. So you joined the military and you went overseas.
Mm-hmm. So
how was that experience?
So yeah, like I joined the military. So I graduated high school. Didn't know what it is I wanted to do. I wasn't I didn't have the best grades in school.
Right.
So I was like, man,
not because you wasn't smart.
I just didn't.
That's the thing people really need to understand. Cause
I was speaking to a kid the other day, and I was like, "What you want to do?" He said, "Well, you know what? What you think? I ain't the smartest." He said, "I ain't too smart in school." I said, "Man, don't you ever say that? Like, what you talking about? You could say you don't get the best grades, but you smart. Right. You might not be smart in calculus, but you smart in fixing
not even that. The structure didn't fit you.
Exactly.
Like, you are learning other ways. Exactly. You are teaching us shit other ways.
So that's where I was. Where I was like, man, I really ain't feeling this more school thing as far as going college, paying for it. My mother barely have it to give me. Mm-hmm. So like I can't go to college and then fumble her bag. Right. But then at the same time, like I really don't want to do this here. Right. But I don't want to be a bum. Right. I don't want to be broke out here just trying to figure it out. So what do I do? And then the recruiter come right during that time when I was having those starts and come stroll right by and say, "Hey man, you know you could join the army, the National Guard, you know. You ain't going to know why, ain't gonna know why."
Man, big lie. Them motherfuckers is the best liars in the world.
You're going to come out during hurricane season and help people that trap in the house, and that's it, man. You're going to be here the whole time. Yeah, man, that song doable. Yeah. I signed up in February 2003. March 2003, George Bush declared war on the Taliban.
Facts.
Not even a full month.
Well, wait, AIT when that happened?
No, you probably was, but I had just... No, not yet. Because I went later that year. I went to... When I meet up with Drew, it was like the end of that year. 2003. So, the 25th of February is when I signed them papers, you know?
Right.
March February get 28 months. I mean, 28 days.
He went into Iraq when we were in AIT.
Yes.
We was in a lunchroom when he declared.
Yes.
The DFAC when
My recruiter tell me I'm going to place. Right. And I sitting there watching the news and I seen Tomahawk missiles and all this stuff dropping in Afghanistan and soldiers out there and they're like, I just signed them papers yesterday.
That should not be one of the first to be.
I just signed them. Long story short, the following year, my name was called to go to Iraq. Luckily, I went with my partner them from home. We went with a home unit, a VA unit. So a lot of my partner them. So it didn't really feel, as
like you're alone.
Yeah. It was still intense because you didn't know what to expect. But once we got there, we went through the training, did all of that stuff.
Right.
It was, we were blessed to come back with everybody we went with.
Right.
We might not have all come back the same.
Right.
Because PTSD is real.
Right.
I still have my little battles with PTSD when it comes to, the stuff that I experienced over there. And I know a lot of my guys and gals that was overseas with me went through the same thing. But we were blessed to come back home with everybody, with all the limbs.
Right.
So, are you talking about serving in the military, right? Because I grew up around both of you.
Right.
I just want to take a serious moment and thank I for our service. Like, for real. I've been a military spouse for 8 years.
Yes.
And just being a spouse, like, that wasn't a life for me. I didn't like it. Like, I was, helping my husband prepare. I was taking care of home while he was doing his early morning calls. And thank God he never get deployed, like in a combat field.
Yeah.
But seriously, like, thank both I for our service. And a lot of people don't know, like, this dude right here, Red Man, on the screen with the
My shoulders up. You see me?
Sort of like in the United States military. Like people were like, can't believe it. Like even when I find out, I was like, what?
Yeah. I was like, what you doing here?
Like
they know you were?
They know.
Yeah, I'm
tired. How you get your basic?
Was a while. I went through my troubles in the military. I ended up serving jail time in the military as well.
That sounds
the funny thing about it is when I finally got arrested and I was going through Atlanta airport, when I got on the plane, guess who I see? Louis.
And he was MP, right?
Louis. But he was traveling and he was sitting down and I was in handcuffs. And they were like covering my hands. Just check and Louis was looking at me like, Red Man,
what the
fuck you do?
Shout out Louis for the VA.
Louis, man. And appreciate Louis for his service, man. The crazy thing about Louis is when we were growing up, we had tension. We were at odds. He was from a different neighborhood. No, Louis is one of my good friends. Somebody I could rely on, you know what I mean? And through Kyle too as well, our relationship gets stronger. Like the military made our relationship stronger too. You know what I mean? So just come little funny tidbits of our military escapades. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Crazy.
Oh my God, it was crazy, man.
So when I joined the military, went to Iraq, came back, I come back home and I went a space where like I was gone for a whole year, right? I wasn't home. I wouldn't see my loved ones. I was doing something every day for a whole year. Like in the morning, we got a mission. We got to do this. Da, 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 da. I was getting paid. I wasn't worried about where my next paycheck was coming from, that type of thing. So now my order's up. Boom. Done, Kyle. Thank you for your service. Go back home. You guys are done. Go home and relax. We land in St. Thomas. I get off the plane. I had nowhere to be. Nothing to do. I had a little job at the Ritz-Carlton, answering the phones before I went overseas. And it was just something to just give me a little bread, like $12 an hour or something. I was grateful for it at the time. But now coming back from the military, we were making decent money. It's like, do I want to go back to answering somebody's phone?
Right.
And they calling me every day like, hey, Kay, when you coming back? Hey, when you coming back? And they're like, yo, I don't want to ignore you, but I don't want to do that.
Right.
So like I sit down and nothing happening, and then my bank account getting small, and it's like I spending money.
Right.
And it's like, what am I going to do? While I was overseas, as a soldier, I met this dude. I used to see this dude where we used to work, and he coming in at that point in time. Evisu jeans was a shit, and Red Monkey jeans, and shit were expensive, like $800. And he coming to work in the desert in Iraq, wearing them there with Timbs, and I'm like, bro, what you to do? It's the same thing you to do. Really? How? I had to work for a contractor. I do private contracting. I said, yeah. What kind of bread you making? You making 3 times what I was making.
Right.
and doing way less work.
Yeah.
Getting vacation every 3 months.
Yeah, don't have to follow these dumbass idols. Well, the idols weren't dumb, but
you know what I mean? You gotta wear this ugly uniform.
Yeah.
You got your own room.
Back then, we were polishing boots too, man. That was crazy.
So long story short, no, he introduced me to the recruiter. The recruiter said, listen, when you get home, just give me a shout and I'll have you back out here whenever you're ready.
Right.
So now I say, you know what, let me enjoy being home. I had no kids at a point in time. So I was home. I had a girl at a point, my baby mother. So I home and like, no, everybody have access to me. Right. So everybody want to talk. Everybody want to show up. Everybody want, hey, we miss you. And I'm like, yo, I just want to be alone. And I didn't realize like that withdrawal was real. You know? And that's a form of PTSD because like the first night, bro, I'll never forget. The first night they had a thunderstorm that hit St. Thomas and it was like a bad thunderstorm. And instinctively, bro, when that thunder hit, I roll off my bed, hit the ground and roll under the bed. You know? Yeah. It just so happened my grandmother was going to the bathroom at the same time and she passed and she see that one set of balling. What them do to my child?
Yo, listen with that, right? You say I love some Kyle, right? She's so dramatic when it comes to Kyle. Oh my God.
Hey, I just had grandchild, but she say, what it do to my child? And I under the bed, ain't even realizing I under the bed. I just feel like, this is protocol. Yeah. And I get up and it's like, hey, like, Granny, it's okay, man. It's just, I just forget where it was. It's all right. Go sleep. And she didn't want to hear that.
She went to straight praying.
Yeah, exactly.
Aunt Lou said, you know something about our grandmother, them, they don't go on their knees and pray. No, they don't lay down in the bed and pray.
Yeah. And wake up the whole house. Yeah. Waking up the whole house.
She just be in the bed like this praying.
Wake up the whole house. So
singing hymns and shit. That was their favorite thing to do.
So after that, no, I like, you know what? This was it for me. I went to the greenhouse. We went to the club. Right? Remember now, me and my partner, and we just got sent to Iraq. Yeah. Before we went there, we went under some intense training. Like, yo, you gotta get your mind right. Kill or be killed. I gotta come home. Everybody here gotta come home. You ain't too much worry about them. If, you have to eliminate the threat, all of that type of stuff, you gotta come home. Right? Yeah. So no, that's the same head we held over.
When you came back?
Yeah, we were holding our head for a year in Afghanistan, Iraq. Right. Now when we come back, it don't embedded in us.
Yeah, you can't erase like that.
So we got into the club, right? And we just, we happy to be home. We having a good time holding our corner. And the knucklehead, them that home, that, them man just being the self, being, come bump into, we step on our shoe, them type, just being disrespectful. Right. And instinctively, we going back to the same thing we were trained to do. Right. Where it's like, eliminate this threat. And it's like, you ain't in a war zone no more. Right. So it's like, you have to like compose yourself to a place where you're like, yo, I can't pop his head off right now where I had grounds to do that. Right. Where I felt threatened when I was overseas. You know what I mean? I can't do that. Right. And then so it's like, so what the fuck do I do? So now you feel like a sitting duck. Right. Because like, you can't protect yourself. You can't defend yourself. You just gotta like sit here and like, so that was that in itself. And I was 21 at the time. Yeah. You check, I ain't some well put together.
Without old head, right, yeah.
Like 21 years old.
Young as well too, yeah.
You check? So, that's when I was like, I gotta get off of here, man. 'Cause I could see how easy it is to get caught up in dumb shit. Yeah. So like, no. So I called a recruiter. Long story short, I got a job. Me and like 4 of my other partners, and then we went back overseas. Did that for a couple of years, for a while. For a good while. On and off though. Yeah. And my first year, I'll tie it back to financial literacy. Because now I overseas and I'm making 6 figures a year at 21. Yeah. Nobody teach me nothing about money. Nothing about nothing. Oh no. Bro, my first year, I pull Lamborghini doors on the Celica. I put air ride suspension in the Celica. Change the rims, spray job, you name it. We were going on vacation. Every time I go on vacation, I rent in a big ass villa, bro. For me and my partner, them, hey, show up. I ain't got a partner. You could part in? No, come still. Yeah. We going in a strip club and that's when making it rain and shit was hot. Man, we just throwing money, doing dumb shit. So now at the end of the year, you get your W-2. Yeah. And your W-2 tells you how much you made that year. Yeah. When I look at my W-2 and I see how much I made and I look at my bank account, I was like, oh, hell no. Yeah. I get sick to my stomach. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean.
This money guy?
Yeah. Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Like, how we have.
I get $600 in your account.
But you know what? You ain't lying. If it was 600, it was like 1,200, my boy. And I get a bunch of bills due in couple days.
What about not make hundreds of thousands of dollars?
Don't
spend hundreds of thousands.
God.
Way
So
gone.
now, like how we have reels now that recap your experiences, a reel playing in my head throughout the whole year of all the stupid shit they do, and I was blowing money on, right? So I was like, no. And then at that same time, every year when you're doing contracting, they're going to have rumors that, hey, your company ain't going to win this contract next year. So you might be going home.
Yeah.
And the next company might come in and they come in with their own people.
Yeah.
So that's happening.
Yeah.
And looking at my W-2, I ain't got no money. There's whispers that we might not win the contract again. So I'm going to be unemployed back in St. Thomas where everybody think I'm a celebrity because I get this job, right? Everybody think Kyle made it. Kyle got it.
I
so
thought you made it.
How I going to come back home with $1,200 and nothing to show for it?
So in contrast, right, like when you are, and it's real, like for me, people outside of us, our family, like I don't really pay attention to them. Mm-hmm. But the people I'm in my family is who I kind of compare myself to, Sony, Pressure, Kyle, whoever, you know what I mean, that being successful. So when you were on that journey, I was on another journey on the opposite side of the law, and I was making money, but I was blowing it fast as well. Because in my mind, I used to be like, I would make this shit back. And I end up developing a serious bad habit of burning money fast to the point. Because I didn't know nothing about financial literacy. I didn't know nothing about what to do with my money. I didn't know. I was just like, okay, we make 60,000, we spend 60,000. We're going to go make 60,000 again. If we don't make 60,000, we go rob 60,000. Like whatever the case may be. But if I had financial literacy at that age, I probably wouldn't have been in that game for so long, and I probably have been better off now. So even though we were doing two different things, we still end up having the same dilemma when it comes to money and not being smart with our money. And it wasn't that we weren't being smart. We didn't know. We didn't have the knowledge to be dumb or smart. We just didn't have the information.
So we were just functioning, trying to figure this shit out.
And our parents were really just 9 to 5 people. I don't think our parents were seeing the kind of money we were seeing at all. They wouldn't even know how to tell us what to do with our money. I mean, on a kind of basic level, but like on a deeper level, they didn't know.
So during that time, I remember distinctly. There was the global recession I hit 2008, right? Properties were cheap, things were going crazy, people selling everything. The world was falling apart. I was lucky, grateful. I was blessed enough to have a job during that time, right? It had a unit out Elysians in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. This is a resort, a hotel resort / condominium in the Virgin Island beachfront. There was 3 units, bro, for sale. One next to it. All 3 of them are joining. Okay, so you could it was listed as a 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom apartment, or 3 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartments.
Yeah,
bro, they wanted $250,000 for that in 2008. Today that's worth about 1.2 mil.
Crazy.
But then they were selling for 250 grand. So in my early days of having this job, and I could afford this. Let me try again. So I make the calls, and the realtor was like, okay, yeah, you could afford it, you check out. But I was using my VA loan, my Veteran Affairs loan. And with that loan, when you try to use that for a home, it has to be for residential purposes only, right?
Right. So
it can't be, even if I intend to live there, it's on a commercial property.
Right.
So it's a no-no.
Right.
So they were like, no, the VA ain't gonna fund this loan. You have to go conventional. And with conventional, you got to put on 25% at a time. And I think that was like, it was 20%. I think it was like 50 grand I would have had to come up with.
Right.
So once I heard that figure, I was like, no. Yeah. I didn't stop. Like today, that same scenario was the past, and I went in that same scenario, same situation. The knowledge I have now, I would have found that 50 grand, and I would not have let that slide.
Yeah.
Right? And then there was other times when opportunities presented itself to build a house. Okay, it's gonna take 24 months to finish. Who got 24 months to wait for a house? No, man. I gonna invest in this promotion show. I gonna do this, I gonna do that. But then guess what happened? 24 months passed, and I still in the same position, working for these people, looking for something that gonna bring me passive income.
Right.
Yeah, we were always thinking about short-term investing. Because when I was 19, I opened my first investment account.
Right.
If I had tell Redman, listen, give me $5 grand because I know you have it, and let's invest in this E-Trade or this.
So
child
they be like, I
struggle.
know you have it. I know
you
what you're doing.
Yeah, I know how you doing out there. You'd have been like, what? Like, no, man. Like, and I gotta wait like 15 years, like, to real money. Like, no, man, I gonna take this money and I gonna flip it now.
I gonna get it. Yeah, I gonna get it. Said no.
Nah, you were really looking at short-term investment.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at, okay, you know what? We grew up struggling. We didn't have
it. Yeah.
Like, I want to have now. Like, I don't
You know
want
what, too?
to wait to have.
Subconsciously, for us, life was short.
True.
Around us in how we seen life,
how we were losing
friends, how people were going prison, how our uncles were moving in our mind, like subconsciously, life was short. Like you gotta get this shit no, you gotta live no. And I wish it was another way around it.
True.
You know what I mean? I wish I look back on it, but I appreciate the journey.
Yeah.
But I could see, and that's why I'd spend so much time with youth man, you know what I mean? Because I just really want, and I'm like, bro, listen,
that ain't it.
Trust me. Okay, I don't want to tell you what to do. I don't want to be the boss of you.
Yeah.
I don't want you to not live your life. I just want you to trust me when I tell you that you are going to lose.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to do anything that I've never done. Yeah. Trust me, bro. You're going to lose.
And you know what?
No, we didn't have nobody instilling that in us when we were coming up. So by the time we get to that point, that's why like investing and flipping was so easy for us that we wanted everything now because we were thinking short term.
Yeah. And then our parents is really the first generation that kind of peaked their way out the struggle in us. Because our grandparents were in the struggle. Deep. So our parents were like the first generation that like they ain't even thinking about investing. They know past surviving to kind of like live
a little bit. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like for them, working a job, making this money, paying your rent was successful. Like if you do that and stay out of trouble, you successful. Yep. So they didn't have the knowledge, or they wasn't equipped with what we have now. But is the stages, you know what I mean? Because our grandmother them had to go through what they went through, for our parents to go through what they go through, for us to springboard after that, even if we kind of faltered early. Our children them ain't gonna go through what we went through. We know that for sure.
And in saying that, like now, whenever I get a new dope idea, I know. One thing about me, I'm a visionary. Like at this point in my life, I could kind of identify that gonna make bread.
Yeah,
that might not make that much, but this here going. So when I leap,
or even win,
right.
And
when I jump and I say, "Hey, I gonna do this," I ain't making that decision lightly.
Yeah,
it's something like I doing this. He could tell you when we start talking about this podcast, we talking about this a year before we start.
Yeah,
you check, and I strategizing and I doing all of that. So when I go to moms and I say, "Mom, you know what? I ain't walking overseas no more. I'm missing too much birthdays. I'm missing my children. I'm missing everything. I'm missing life. You know, the simplicities of life of just going by your partner, them and cooling out and having a drink. I can't do that. Right. So nah, I don't know this here. You sure? Okay, what you gonna do? Credit? Oh, boy, I telling you, steady, and work and make your money and save, and then come home and open a grocery store or something.
That's the security in there.
And that's the
security. Yeah, I went in Pennsylvania driving trucks for 30.
I don't feel like she don't want her for her son, you know?
Bro, I went in Pennsylvania, right? Driving trucks for $30 an hour. Good money, bro. And I tell my mother, like, I go in Atlanta, man. Like, I into this music thing, and like, this is why I doing, and this is why I want to do my family down there. You know what I mean? And she was like, what? You going where?
You didn't go pay her?
What you going to do when you down there? You going to walk? I'm like, no. I go figure it out. Yeah, you know what I mean?
They don't understand that language.
But for me, it's like, if I don't take that leap to be an entrepreneur in a sense, then my children are going to just be, and there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. I'm not even telling nobody to don't get a career, don't go to college. I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. For me, freedom is a little different. I might struggle with the freedom, but I need to be able to be free and put myself in a position where my children could be free.
You step out on a branch, you know if you go fly or not.
Right.
Exactly. And not only that, if you don't step out on a branch, that's where the fruit is. That's what we doing. What we doing on the tree? The fruit over here, and we just in the comfort and the security of this part where there's nothing, but just quote unquote security and what we think security is. But the thing that you need to survive, the fruit, is over there. So I go in for it. Yeah. And again, this is not a knock on 9 to 5 people. I was a 9 to 5 person.
Right. For a while.
More of my life than I was an entrepreneur.
Right.
Okay. And I ain't knocking it. If this entrepreneur shit don't work out, I know my resume is strong enough that I go fall back into something exactly. 9 to 5ism.
Right.
But when the 9 to 5 start to take away from your peace, when it start to chip at your mental health, when you bring in the shit home from work that you've been dealing with all day and you like, yo, you home and your kids, you can't even give your kids the attention that you need to give them and vibe with them on a level because you're so frustrated with what happened and what took place today at the job, at them people's job. It's a different when you're dealing with stress for your personal business. It don't even feel like stress, to be honest with you.
I was making $30 an hour with severe depression.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy.
I telling you.
Like, I was not happy. First of all, I'm in Pennsylvania. I don't know nobody up here. I don't hang with nobody. I can't go by nobody's house. I can't go by Sony. I can't call Sony. I can't go by Kyle. I can't go by Pressure. I can't go by June. I can't go by nobody. It's me and my kid.
Call me anyway.
That's facts. Definitely. Right. Facts. You know what I mean? Because I like, you have to understand, like, we grew up close. Like, our families, like, that's, you know what I mean? It's us. Like, we're going to school. It looked like a bunch of friends, but it really is family. You know what I mean? So that was hard for them years like that. And Sony always had my back. Anything going wrong, so I can't Sony phone. Like, yo, bro, like, I fucked up. I can need you to, like, rescue me. Like, I in trouble.
When I in bed, sleeping.
Like,
okay?
Your husband probably be like,
I don't give a shit. Chat guy understand. Chat guy understand. Like, since I was a little boy, Sony is the answer. Anything going wrong, Sony, like, what to do? Because I don't know, for some reason she always been a person that kind of like, you look like she know what the fuck to do. Like,
she doesn't watch us do them.
You know what I mean? Like,
I ain't doing that.
Yeah, so you know what to do.
How you done?
You check.
And then when we getting our ass bust for doing the dumb shit, Sony did, and the phone and just doing regular shit.
Regular shit. With the bail money, like,
wow, that like, God, come rescue me, man. So, but how you, like, so I know you went through like all these things. How did you arrive to credit repair?
Okay, that's a good question. So all them things I mentioned was just part of my journey, right? At no point in time I ever told myself I'm gonna fix people credit.
Right.
And like that was never
right
anywhere in my journey. So while I was overseas working, I'm making decent money and I'm like, listen, I need to leverage this paycheck, this W-2, so I could go to the bank and get approved for properties so I could flip houses.
Right.
And then I had my credit has always been decent. Right. Times when my partner them would let their credit like go, like me paying her back, I'd be like, man, they're gonna just pay back. You know, again, because I always been kind of like doing things the right way type of vibe, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to sort of thing. A lot of things. But so I was doing some research where I was like, listen, I need to figure out how to turn credit into cash.
Right.
Because I have all this credit card availability.
Right.
But I know I can't like swipe a card and buy a house.
Right.
That money have to be from a bank account.
Right.
How do I get this credit card from the money from this credit card into a bank account?
Yeah.
So I YouTube and I Google and I doing all of this and I come across a mentorship. Come across this dude and he was like, yo, my mentorship is about turning credit to cash. Okay, you is who I need to talk to.
Yeah.
Scroll along his page and the game he was giving, bro, for free.
For free.
It's like, damn, if you getting this out for free, then imagine what it is I gonna get when I pay, right?
Right.
And again, I've been doing this for weeks.
Right.
So I done filter out the people them that just want you sign up that ain't really giving that much sauce.
Right.
The people them that say sign up and they gonna give you the sauce. No. You know what I mean? So it was 10 racks to join a mentorship, bro.
Yeah.
10 racks.
Yeah.
So I was like,
And you know, it's important that you say that because I want people to understand that. I know when it's, you know, in the Virgin Islands, we have this thing that every time somebody come up with something, they think that you're trying to hustle them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they don't really know the time and the money you spent to get educated. I remember I used to be like, yo, you is, well, I'm in Vegas at a conference. In Vegas at a, what the fuck you doing? Like, we going out, you know, like, what you doing? Yeah, I'm going to check out next time, but I'm in Vegas at a conference, you know what I mean? So, like, I want to highlight that before we move forward, just for the people to understand that. I know when you see him talk about credit and helping people, and it's really, like, profound how many people he helping in the community and liberating people. That's what it really is. You liberating people, mental liberation about how we view money.
Yeah.
that you actually went and put in the work to make it happen.
And I believe
until you dissolve the adoration and the money and the money that you charge to fix a post. I mean, if Kyle charged you $600 to help you fix your credit, but then you could get a loan for $300,000 fucking dollars. Come on, what are you crying about?
Or if you know what I mean? $50,000,
even if you get $50,000,
and then you pay me $600, right? And I highlight discrepancies in the reporting, and it comes off of your report,
right? You know,
I
just
save you $50,000, and you pay $600.
So I mean, that's one of the people I'm in the community. Like, we don't mind investing in him because how he shares the wealth, and he didn't just say. I didn't even think about it. He traveled on his own dime to go speak to people and deal with people, and I was hustling dog too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it wasn't like who were trying to jip people about it. You know what I mean? I was like the first guinea pig.
Yeah, and that's
you investing in Kyle. You investing in yourself.
Exactly.
Because
Thank you.
Kyle taking the time to invest in you and educate you. So that if you spending $600 to invest in yourself, I can tell you, like, being in the financial world for as many years as I have been, like, it's extremely worth it.
Right.
Invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself.
So on that journey, I had to learn the stuff, right? And I didn't even sign up to learn credit. Going back to that, my biggest focus was figuring out how to get this money out of this credit card into my bank account so I could go buy and sell a house. That's where I was. In doing so, I joined this mentorship, 10 racks. It wasn't, we from a place where, like,
I want to stop you again one more time.
Go ahead.
You didn't learn that in school.
No, sir.
So we'll go back to the part when you say he wasn't making good grades. But he always been the investigative person of wanting to know out of the bunch of all of us. Of the boys, like, he always was a person. So that was smart in itself, just to, like, damn, I need to know how to do something. He go figure it out. That trigonometry didn't help him do that.
No,
calculus calculus didn't help him do that. You know what I'm saying? So I want just to tie that in for the youth, them who watching. It's not really about school. To me, is about being disciplined. I'm not knocking about anybody. I was smart. You know what I mean? Like, I had good grades whenever I did
really good.
Decided to do school.
I used to wonder how he's so smart and he don't listen.
I just don't.
And still is, like, intelligent. Like, this dude here could help me with my homework, and he failing, and I getting good grades.
I was confused.
How does, like, for real, like, how does that happen?
Report card day. My mother would say, "Look at doing report card and look at yours. You ain't shame." No. Let's peel her back. Why should I be ashamed that getting high grades and I'm not? Because it's Dwayne we talk about,
right?
When you walking and watching TV, watching National Geographic.
Yeah, I was fun.
Yeah, man.
I was really smart. I just didn't like the structure of school.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I feel, and then too, our family is an educational family. Like, a lot of us really smart, you know. And a lot of times when we go in school, like, I already know this shit, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking be here.
Yeah.
And then I had, like, PE first period.
Yeah.
What you want me to do? Get sweaty and then stay in school the whole day?
Exactly.
Oh, no, I skipping PE, man.
Exactly.
Nobody here speak Spanish where I from. I ain't speaking no Spanish. Like, why need that? I just was going Spanish class because Miss Dow was really pretty. Other than that, they were like, I don't know what the fuck we talking about right now. You know, shout out Tito, man. Miss Dow still my wife. You check, Mr. Dow just holding the place for me. You know, that's my girl to the ground forever. Yeah, check, but
yeah, man.
The house is.
So that's what my plan was, just to get into real estate. So I joined this mentorship, right? And I'll never forget, a mentorship start the night of the election results.
Yeah.
When they were like, Carl, I know who, if Joe Biden win or if Trump win.
Yeah.
So somebody was like, hey, we still gonna have that call tonight? And the dude was like, them two old white man ain't gonna come, regardless of who win. None of them two old white man gonna put food on your table or your table. So yeah, we get class tonight. And then that kind of give me an awakening, like, yo, we don't put too much energy in sorting shit that really don't benefit us, right?
Right.
So, like, I remember when Trump win the election, I was sick to my stomach. I was like, oh God, how this man win? And I had to unpeel, like, why it had mattered so much to me?
Right.
Why? Just because we don't attach ourselves to a side.
Right.
And then when that side ain't winning, no, we hurt. And that comes in politics, sports, anything, bro.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything. I know a man in here when his bills playing, don't look for him. Don't call him.
Don't call him.
Don't text him.
Don't text him.
Nothing. And if they lose, it was. Check him next week.
They were like, we're doing a podcast on this. I was like, what, Sunday? No.
Exactly.
There's no way we're doing a podcast on Sunday on Buffalo Bills playing.
To saying we don't attach too much energy to
Which is true.
things. I realized that when my sports started losing, and I had no choice but to say, you know what? I can't focus on them, man. No more because they ain't losing.
Right.
You check? And that's when I was like, wait. I even realized they had 4 games onto them. You watch none of them.
Right.
Because I was being productive. That's a story for another day, right?
Right.
So I joined the mentorship. Long story short, he started talking about before you want to start investing and doing all that stuff, you need to learn and understand how to be financially literate. It starts there because everything I teach you as far as all these different businesses and business opportunities, you could blow it if you're not financially literate.
Right.
So he started with credit. And I'm like, okay, well, my credit really good. And then it's like, is your credit really good? Go through these line items. What about this? Well, how much inquiries you have? What's the utilization? All these different things. And I'm like, well, shit, that my credit was good, right? So then I applied for a house. And with my okay credit and the interest rate they gave me was something crazy, right? And I'm like, damn, that's a high payment for a house. That I like, why am I paying so much? Oh, because your credit ain't that good. I'm like, but you tell me I had good credit when we get pre-approved. Well, you have fair credit.
Right.
You need very good credit.
Right.
I thought once your credit ain't bad, it's good.
It's good. Right.
No, that's not it.
Right.
So in getting that, I learned a lot about credit.
Right.
And I learned a lot about business,
Mhm.
right? And then, of course, I start working on my own credit, start fixing my credit. Okay, stuff start to move, stuff start to shake. I got to the 800 club for the first time in my life. That was a big deal for me because I always wanted to get there. Didn't know how to get there. So I got there, right? And then I start thinking like, hey, who in my family get bad credit? Who out there get bad credit? Which one are you? Who need help with the credit? He raised his hand. Hi. Like, so I say,
come save me, nigga.
Come. Give me, what going on? Sign up for this. Show me all of this. Show me credit
The
report.
crazy thing about it is I have just filed for bankruptcy, bro. And I wasn't ashamed of bankruptcy because I had done a kind of already, like, I'm a big fan of Donald Trump. So he was like, he done fight for bankruptcy 100 times. He's still a billionaire. So like, well, I go inside. You know what I mean? And then into Kyle, you know what I mean? I was like, man, Kyle, look, man, I got fired for this
so
bankruptcy,
he showed me his
bro.
report and I was like, okay, this is a lot of work.
Yeah. What the fuck you were doing, boy? I was like, just sort this shit out.
So when we went for that drink that one time and you tell me, yeah, you get some issues with your credit. I was like, yeah, man, we nice and we drunk.
Yeah.
Man, I got you, bro.
Yeah.
Send it to me. Man, I get you, that's easy. Well, when I sober up and I look at that credit report and I look at the negative items and the list and I like, what the fuck? Why I just got myself into?
Look, well,
But long story short, I had the knowledge to fix it.
I had an old head used to tell me, one of my old head, I went and got a credit card, right? And then he was like, if you ain't paid back, what gonna happen? They were like, you just gonna get bad credit. He was like, you gonna go to jail. They were like, no. He was like, oh yeah, sign me up. I never paid this fuck back. So that was my attitude to all that shit. I was like, oh, you can't go to jail? Like, you mean you gonna give me this $20,000? And if I don't ever pay back, you're not locking me up? They stealing? So let me steal. You know what I mean?
This is free
That's
stealing,
how,
man. This is legal
that was
stealing.
how low my financial literacy was. For me, it was just like, oh, you giving me $20,000? Oh, shit.
So,
Come, sign me
I
up.
apply for this credit card, so
Yeah,
I
right
use
now.
it, and I don't have to.
And I don't have to, like, if I don't pay, like, nothing will happen.
so after years of this type of thinking,
Oh, man.
I was faced with fixing his credit. So I like, all right, I have the knowledge and the tools now to do it, right? And I believe in before I charge people $1 for a service or a thing, I need to be so versed and so knowledgeable about it. And how else will I get the knowledge until I fix the people around me
Right.
credit, you know what I mean? And enter Redman with his badass credit.
Right.
So I start to get him in, get him through, start doing my disputes or whatever. One by one, things just start falling. Boom. This was removed. This was removed. This was removed. I ain't pressing myself at this point because I just started for the first time. And again, I ain't advertising this to the world. I mean, nobody know I doing this.
He just sent it to me. And when he sent it to me, I like, okay, yeah.
And I like, my boy, the bankruptcy get removed from Equifax.
Yeah, he excited me. I like,
cool. So I could go for a loan? No, scunt. That's a big deal.
Right.
But wait, you know? So that started to happen. Shit started getting removed. And he already give you the full disclosure, so I could talk about it. I take his credit score from a 5 and change up to a high 7 and change in about 5 or 6 months, right?
I fucked it up though. I fucked that shit up in me. I was swear to God. I don't know what guaranteed me. So I dumb.
So he had,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Backstory. He had three bankruptcy was showing an Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. The 3 credit bureaus. I got it removed from Equifax and TransUnion. So it's only showing an Experian. Experian giving us a hard time to get removed. So I say, you know what? We just gotta wait for Experian. But in the interim, what I could do is I know there's certain banks that only pull from Equifax, and I know there's certain banks that only pull from TransUnion. So it don't even matter that your bankruptcy is showing an Experian. I have you apply with these banks so you could get approved for the new whip that you try and get. But don't go into a dealership because they're going to pull it from all 3. And once they see that Experian, they're going to say, get your stupid mother scunt out of your head. So don't do that. Okay? Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Bro.
Dwayne, take the floor.
I swear I want concrete. I want to drive it. And they were passing a dealership were coming up, big fucking Toyota dealership. I was like, I driving this Ford Escape. I'm like, man, they tired of this fucking Ford Escape. I need me a fucking Toyota. They're reliable. This Ford Escape, I don't have to replace its fucking transmission. I just so tired of this shit. I pull into that shit, sign up. I'm close to guy and I prove everything. So that man run my credit like 40 fucking times. Long and sharp, me ain't at the car. I just leave like, fuck it, me ain't at the car. I swear, like 2 weeks later, that guy like, hey, what the fuck you do? What you were doing in that car dealership? I was like, huh? I was like, what? What car dealership?
Listen, I sitting down, I say, okay, it's 20 days, it's time for the red man disputes, man. Let me go in here and update his account. Let me run my disputes and see what's going on. I pull up this man report, credit score drop 45 points.
Yo.
He get 40 inquiries.
Yo.
I said, red man, I call him, I said, yo, he answered the phone so calm, right? So calm. So I'm like, dog, you might have get hacked or something. Like everything good on your end. Like, you know, like there's any fraud, anything you want to tell me is what you try to get. Everything blessed. I said, my boy, you went to the dealership lately?
Yeah, we're trying to get.
What the fuck? And he say so nonchalant. I over here on the other side of the phone, try not to scream like, mother Scott, what the fuck you doing? Like, bro, you serious? I said, you got approved? Nah, they ain't approved. I said, but I didn't
They
tell
said they
you.
got bankruptcy on the thing.
He said,
They can't.
they can't approve.
They
see the bankruptcy.
Yeah, they got a bankruptcy on the country and in the car. Okay, fuck it.
I tell you not to apply until we do X, Y, Z.
Yeah, man. You're right, you know.
Hey, you know
You're
what's so
right.
crazy? I don't manage artists and I don't stress the importance of them listening. And my motherfucking eyes don't fucking listen.
Oh, that
That's
was
so
so
crazy, man. But, yo, and you know, so, man, look. So, we were the guinea pigs, Ollie, right? We're happy to do it, you know what I mean? Because, first of all, you have to know the character of the person that you're dealing with. Kyle ain't no scammer. Kyle, you know what I mean? Kyle really serious about his shit. He always been serious about his shit. So, all his friends who around him, like he into something and we got to support or sign up, we gonna sign up, you know what I mean? So now when you on social media and you seeing all these testimonies of people excited to see their score jump and being able to be so flexible with their finances and do the things and be liberated, man, I'd watch it and I'd be so proud. I'd be like, man, there goes another one. There goes another one, to the point that anybody that talk to me, if there's an ounce of stress in your voice about any problems you might be having with your money, I'd be like, yeah, so listen, yeah, Kyle, you want me to call Kyle for your direct call? We got him on the line right now. You know what I mean? And be like, I don't know how much you going to charge. I'm like, you went about the wrong thing. Okay, because white age, you about to pay these credit card people and these loan people, you going to pay a fraction of that with Kyle and he going to fix that shit. Motherfucker, that shit going to get erased. So I'm not even about getting it fixed. I always trusted him. He going to teach you. He's not just going to fix it, take your money and leave.
That's the most valuable part. Let me talk about how I got into the financial literacy aspect. I started with credit repair.
Right.
Just because I wanted a better interest rate. So I fixed my own credit. I know my partner them and my cousin them had bad credit. I fixed their credit. But what happened is, because of the lack of financial literacy, this jackass went into the damn dealership with a bankruptcy thinking he was going to get approved. So I wasn't doing a good job at teaching. So I needed to be better at teaching because I ain't giving you and giving you a whole bag, fixing your credit so you could get a whole bag, so you could go back out and make the same mistakes that you made to get into the situation, but maybe it might be 10 times worse because you got 10 times more than you had last time. I ain't going to sleep good at night knowing that I'm adding to that. So that's how the financial literacy started coming. Because it's like, first I was just credit repair. I was like, no, guys, this is how it works. You have to understand a closing date, a statement date, a due date. You got to know when to pay this credit card. You got to look at your utilization and understand you need to keep it below. 30% is what it says on the internet. But before you go for funding, you're trying to get proof or something, it needs to be below 10%. Because if you are already 30% in debt and I give you more debt, no, you're no longer at 30% utilization. You're going to run it up. So I don't want you to be in debt on my dime. You check? So that's how the bank start to think. So I had to start teaching the financial literacy. I had to start teaching about spending and cutting back on your spending and creating new income. Because at the end of the day, if you need an extra $300, if you are short $300 for stuff that you need to cover, do not sit down and cry that you don't have $300. Figure out a way to create that $300. There's so many different ways that you could do that. And that's a story for another day. But that's how the financial literacy came, because we weren't taught. All the stories that we shared about growing up and blowing money, we weren't taught to be financially literate. We didn't understand it. We just have money, you spend money. Have money, you spend money.
Right.
But then we're not getting any wealthier doing it that way. So once I learned and I realized nobody else was teaching my community, and a lot of this, there was so much evidence that my community needed to know this, I kind of put it on my back like, okay, if I don't do it, who the heck gonna do it? So, and that's how the financial literacy came into play, because that is the most important part of my program. Yes, I could get certain things removed if they're reporting inaccurately. Yes, I could do all of that and make your credit score good. But what are you going to do after that?
Right.
What are you going to do with a good credit score? You going to fumble the bag? You going to buy some shit that you don't need to be buying? You going to invest in some bad investment because it sounds good? You going to get scammed?
Right.
That's what the financial literacy.
Yeah, don't get scammed, man. Especially with them prom dresses.
You're gonna call me to get pre-approved.
Right, facts.
To buy a house.
Yes. To buy a house.
That's what you're gonna do.
That's what you're gonna do.
Call Sony to get pre-approved.
That's a fact.
Is a mortgage broker now.
Yes.
Right. So hey, we doing things.
Right.
So I go fix your
and
credit.
Sony's been in the financial space for her entire career, mostly. So, and not only that, and she's a mortgage broker. Here on the financial here on the Caribbean Currency Podcast, we have a particular question we like to ask our guest. Even though you're not a guest, you're a host, but today you're a guest. We're interviewing you. We're trying to get to know who you are. We always ask our guests, what is your favorite form of currency? What is your currency? What is the currency that identifies you, that you project? What do you identify with? And
again, currency could be money. It could be love. It could be anything. It don't just have to be money.
Right.
My favorite, the most important form of currency for me is knowledge.
That's deep.
Because at the end of the day, a lot of things could come and they could go. But when you know how to create something, when you have that knowledge, when you know the things that you need to know to take you to a place that you need to go, you could always get there. So, for instance, if I've had situations where I lost it all and then some. How you gonna lose when you even had?
Facts.
Like I lose all the money that I had, and then I was in debt on top of that.
Right.
So losing it all is a figure of speech. But at the same time, I lost it all and some that I didn't even have. But I got it all back. And that was because of the knowledge that I had to get myself out of that place. So my most important currency definitely is knowledge.
Well, Kyle, on behalf of the Virgin Islands diaspora, Black people in general, because it's just not only about Black folks, right? We're a melting pot of people in the Virgin Islands and in the world. I just really want, for me personally, thank you for educating, inspiring, liberating a lot of the folks that you already touched in the Virgin Islands. It's really powerful. I think we had a conversation the other day in our meeting. Kyle went from being a popular person to a significant figure in our community. The way he'd help people, teach people, deal with kids, deal with the Department of Education. And it's really, as your cousin, your friend, your business partner, bro, like, I appreciate you. I love you. Everything that you're doing is just, your grandmother be proud, your parents, we are proud to be everything that we is to you, and a brand that matters. You know what I mean? So give yourself a round of applause for that, bro. Yes.
Appreciate you guys.
Kyle Satius.
Appreciate you guys, man. Love. That means a lot. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. So with that being said, man, we bringing this to a close. Another episode of the Caribbean Currency Podcast. Please stay tuned, subscribe, follow, tell a friend to watch, learn, be entertained, and let's grow together. Let's gain knowledge together. Let's, you know what I mean? Move forward into the future together. See you next time. Peace.